What's up, everybody? I want to make sure this video is loaded by the time I finish the morning show at Soul 106.3 in Chicago. So for everybody who was listening this morning, I really do appreciate you. And then for everybody who listened yesterday, I really appreciate you too. Yesterday we had a pretty engaging conversation talking about the Democratic National Convention and, you know, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Donald Trump and that whole thing. I have my views about that. Some of you agree with my views, some of you don't agree with my views, and that's all right. We have to learn to agree or disagree, but when we disagree, we have to learn not to be disagreeable, right? And we cannot be canceling each other simply because we don't agree with somebody, because when you cancel, then you can't have the conversation. And I want, and I know we need to have these conversations, because we need to come to some understanding about where we are in this country as black people. I don't believe that if you keep doing what you've been doing that you're going to get a different response, especially if there is no sign that another response is going to happen. Joe Biden's history, Kamala Harris's history, does not speak to what we know we need in our communities. Look at their record. You can't go on what people say, you have to go on what people do. Both Kamala Harris and Joe Biden said out of their mouths just last week, there is no chance that they're going to go down the road of reparations. Where does that leave black folks? So there's a whole movement out here, American descendants of slaves and others. Eddie Glaude Jr., he's an MSNBC contributor, and that seems strange because I know he would never espouse the views that he did on his video on MSNBC, because they ain't trying to hear that. And what Eddie Glaude is saying and what ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves, are saying is to vote your down ballot in your local races, but then write in somebody for president, because we are being disrespected at the highest level. Where you can trot out a Cardi B to speak on behalf of black folks, and where you can openly say that you're not going to do reparations for black folks when this country is already giving reparations to Indian communities every year, and Jewish and other interests, and Japanese and other interests, and then you cannot find the money when you already have the money, essentially. Then I get up this morning and I check out a video with Ice Cube, pretty much saying what we were saying yesterday on the radio. Check out this video, you all. I'll be right back.
So, over the last 4 days, the Democratic National Party held a convention. A lot of people, getting up there and talking, and, everybody really, eating it up, throwing their hands in the air like they just don't care damn near. So it's what I didn't hear is what's in it for us? What's in it for the black community besides the same old thing we've been getting from these parties? What's in it for us, for real? I didn't hear anybody mention a contract with Black America. And I don't know why, because it's one of the most comprehensive reform documents that's come about in a long time that could really address the problem. The way it look, they don't have a plan. Everybody's, talking about get Trump out, get Trump out, get Trump out. If you vote, that's going to happen on the first day. So now what? Trump out, now what? What? What do we get in the first 100 days? That's what we're trying to figure out. What do we actually get that they could give us overnight like that? They just pulled $3 trillion out their ass and gave it to their friends. That's American taxpayer money. That's your money that they just gave away. And then there's 42% of black businesses closing. None of that money. Where's our fucking bailout? Where's the bailout? Not the PPP loan that they didn't give us. Where's the bailout? I don't want to hear about deficit. I don't want to hear about what our generations gonna have to pay. Because if we don't have shit, they ain't gonna have shit anyway to pay nothing. So we gotta start something right now. Democrats don't seem like they got a plan. Republicans don't seem like they got a plan for us. So how the hell you gonna vote for them? Make them earn that vote. They can start today. They ain't got it yet. They can start today. Make their ass earn that vote, man. Stop playing with these people, and they'll stop playing with you.
Listen, you all, it's simple. It's not really difficult. We've been on this Democratic bandwagon for years. We've been riding with the Democrats for years. And, you know, when people say to you, yeah, you know, I know the Democrats are not doing this, but what is Trump doing? I'm not even worried about Trump or the Republican Party. They don't ride with us like that. We give a whole lot of love to the Democratic Party, and we should get something back. And if we believe that we don't have to get anything back, then we have an issue with how we do politics, because politics does not work like that. The Hispanic community, the LGBTQ community generally get what they want because they leverage their vote and their power. If we're not leveraging our vote and our power, we don't expect to get anything. So our communities are going to keep looking like they are looking, and our economics are going to keep on flowing in the negative like they are flowing in the negative. So anyway, go to comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think we ought to hold our vote back in terms of the presidential candidates and write in somebody, and then in our local races, vote for the people in our local? You know, all politics is truly local, because your resources and your local services and services that impact your life are really coming from your local, you know, politics. Who is your mayor? Who is your council people? Your aldermen, and the local areas. How your garbage gets collected. That's really more impactful to your life. But we do have to send a signal, in my opinion, to the national parties, both the Democrat and the Republican, that we are a force to be reckoned with, and that you have to hear us. And if you don't hear us, we are going to do what we need to do. What do you think? Go to comments. Let me know what you think. Be as honest as you can. You know, there are no right and wrong answers. I'm not telling you how to vote, any of that, right? As a matter of fact, I don't care how you vote. I'm just saying that as a people, we need to be together, and we need our economics to be together. We need our understanding of policy to be together. When you vote, don't vote more in the personality thought, but more in the policy thought. Politics is not about personality. It's about policy. What a person has done with policy and how they voted in the past is a great indication of what they're going to do in the future. Just like when you choose a school for your children, just like when you choose a mate for your life, you're looking at their past. If you're not looking at their past, what are you looking for? If you're just going on personality, you're going to be lost. Anyway, go to comments. Let me know what you think. Right or wrong, yes or no. Give me your thoughts with regards to all of that. You know, it's all about community, so we're giving to each other. You're my sister, my brother, and I love you. When you rise, I rise too.